Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. A couple weeks ago, I made a video on how to ask for a mental health day. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the mental health day I took yesterday, how I decided to take it, how I asked for it at work, and what I experienced and what I did. So first and foremost, I want to address a really important point. We are always talking about, in our society, in our work cultures perhaps, the different benefits and reasons for taking a mental health day, but we don't often address the reasons for why we do not take these mental health days. In reality, it is so much easier said than done, right? To talk about mental health days, to talk about how important it is versus actually taking one. And this is the critical part, right? That gap between knowing something's good for you and actually doing it. How do you get from here to here? So I'm going to be talking about a few of those reasons right now. Before I get to them, I do just want to mention really quickly, just for context, in case any of you are new to my channel or new to me, I am a health coach for those who work in the helping professions, helping professionals prevent and manage stress and burnout through nutrition and mental health practices. And as I'm growing my business, I also work in a nonprofit. I'm a case manager, kind of serve as a social worker for vulnerable populations experiencing homelessness. So I'm living and breathing this stuff with you, we're in this together, and I am in my own journey of preventing stress and burnout, managing nutrition and mental health practices. I just want you to know that all of these different tips and tricks and nutrition and mental health talk that I'm going to be talking about in my channel is coming from a place of actual experience. First, it could be your work culture. Every workplace is going to be different. Some work cultures, places of work, emphasize self-care a lot, emphasize the importance of it, and that's great, but there might not be spaces or opportunities really given to make staff feel like it's actually okay to take a mental health day. That's kind of a whole nother topic, but I did want to address that really quickly. Busyness also is a reason. I know for myself, I have sometimes just been so busy, I forget to rest, I forget to stop. Another reason is that sometimes if I'm super busy at work and I want to take a day off, but I'm afraid that when I come back to work after taking that day off, I'm going to end up having way more work and be more stressed than I would have been otherwise. Another reason is just pride and wanting to do things ourselves, or being stubborn and not taking the mental health day that we really need to. I know that's something that I've definitely experienced as a reason to not take a mental health day, just kind of wanting to push through, right? That's something that our culture, our society, specifically in the US, really pushes. It's just kind of that hard work ethic, living independently, not asking for help. But it's the total opposite of what we actually need as human beings, especially in this work. There were a couple things. One was I was realizing I was coming up on my 6-month mark for this new job, and I realized I haven't taken a mental health day since I started. So I saw that as a problem, and I knew I wanted to do something about it. Another reason is that I started noticing myself feeling more frustrated, a little bit more aggravated at work, just kind of feeling more than usual, this sense of I'm giving more than I'm receiving. And though that's not always a bad thing, it becomes an issue when you start to get unbalanced, and then some of the challenges and traumas at work were starting to spill over into my own personal life. And so I started noticing these things coming up and knew that a break was really needed. Now, how I asked, this is a part I am super excited to share with you, because I think this is one of also a reason why we don't take mental health days in the helping professions, is that we just don't know how to ask. There's fear of being seen as lazy, as trying to take just an easy way out or something like that, right? So I'm actually going to put for you right here, and I'll also put it below, the exact text of how I asked for a mental health day. I sent this message to my boss in the morning, about an hour or so before I was going to go into work, and there were no questions asked, which was great. If you ever do have questions asked or kind of pushback in taking that mental health day, I encourage you to go straight to your agency's HR because that's something that you really do deserve, and that's something that there really shouldn't be that pushback if you are asking for that time off for yourself. You should be allowed to have it because you are offered it as part of your job. I tried to not have there be too many expectations for what I really wanted to do on this day, but what I did do is I napped, I watched TV, I went on a walk, and I actually convinced my husband to take a mental health day with me, so that was really fun. We both kind of had like our time apart, recharging on our own, because that's something that's important for both of us. But then we also spent some time together, and we went out for pizza and just had a really nice time, and I think we both needed that day off, so that was cool to be able to do that with someone else. Two things I realized and noticed from doing this practice of mental health day is that, one, there is a difference between days off that are given to you versus days off that you choose. Days off that are given to you are like weekends, right? But these days, at least in my experience, are days where it's full of errands and to-dos and just those things that you don't have time to do during the week. And that's not really rest. Days off that you choose, there's more, there's a sense of empowerment, there's a sense of like ownership of this day, that this time that you're choosing is yours. And so it's more likely that you're going to use it to actually care for yourself versus a day off on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever your weekend might be, is more, like you think it might be nice to rest, but you have all these other things you need to do. And secondly, I just found that I was so much more rested and relaxed in a way that I hadn't been in a long time. That was something super noticeable for me. That is a little bit of my experience of taking a mental health day. I just wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, please, if you already haven't, if you'd like to be notified of when new videos are coming out. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.